Sierra Madre Mountains is the longest mountain range in the Philippines. It runs 540 kilometers from the province of Cagayan in the north and the boundary of Quezon and Rizal in the south. The ecosystem in the Sierra Madre is considered one of the richest in terms of genetic, species, and habitat diversity. The Southern Sierra Madre Natural Park is the largest protected area in the Philippines with contiguous tropical rainforests and is in the UNESCO's tentative list of World Heritage. It is the natural habitat for rare and endangered species of flora and fauna, which include the narrow tree, camagong tree, Philippine eagle, Philippine giant monitor lizard, and the Philippine crocodile, to name a few. Aside from the flora and fauna, the Sierra Madre is also home to various indigenous communities, such as the Dumagats and the Romantados. These indigenous people have ancestral domain claims in some regions of the mountain range. The Sierra Madre is dubbed as the backbone of Luzon, not only because of its shape, but because it acts as a natural shield against super typhoon and storm surges from the Pacific Ocean. The Sierra Madre serves as watershed for its residents. Despite all these benefits, the Sierra Madre ecosystem is faced with constant threats, like the Kaliwa Dam project, which is set to start construction July of this year.
Ito yung Kaliwa River. Yung tubig nito dumadaloy patungo sa direksyon ng Infanta Quezon kung saan itatayo ang Kaliwa Dam. Ngayon, ang pangamba ng mga taga rito sa Barangay Daraitan, dahil sa dam nag-iipon ka ng tubig, tataas ang tubig dito at malulubog ang kanilang barangay.
The Kaliwa Dam project is very controversial in many levels. In one side, the project will ensure water security in Greater Manila area. According to the National Water Resources Board, Metro Manila is set to experience water shortage by May of this year, since the water level of Angat Dam has dropped to 196 meters, way below the target level of 212 meters. The Kaliwa Dam, once built, is expected to pump 600 million liters of water a day and will ease strain from Angat, Ipo, and La Mesa water dam. However, building the dam comes with consequences. The Kaliwa Dam is located in the Kaliwa Watershed Forest Reserve, an environmentally critical area protected by Proclamation 573. The project site is also within the National Integrated Protected Area System. As per MWS's own environmental impact assessment, the pre-construction phase of the project will already alter the natural landscape, which will not only depreciate the area's aesthetic values, but would also result in deteriorated water quality, which would have human health and sanitation implications. Disturbance in the area during construction will result to displacement and possible death of wildlife animals. The dam will also alter the natural migration pattern of wildlife and aquatic organisms that are crucial in the preservation of the forest reserve. Once operational, the dam will submerge springs and caves in Barangay Daraitan, which is a popular hiking route for mountain climbers. Lastly, the Kaliwa Dam site is within the ancestral domain of the Dumagat and Romontado indigenous people, and its construction violates the basic rights of the indigenous people under the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997. Kaliwa Dam will displace indigenous people and will force them to leave their sacred burial and ritual sites. The Dumagats and Remontados rely heavily on the natural resources in their ancestral land, which will be destroyed by the dam. The Kaliwa Dam project is indeed very complicated because it implores us to examine how we use our natural resources. The impending water crisis is certainly alarming, and building the Kaliwa Dam will benefit a lot of Filipinos. But does this justify the destruction of the natural ecosystem in the same forest that the government declared as protected area? It is difficult to choose which side is right, but maybe we do not have to. There are other alternatives that can help ease the water crisis that are sustainable and not destructive, such as watershed forest conservation. Keeping existing watersheds healthy through reforestation is not only more economical, but it also provides continuous water supply. Repairing and improving existing dams. This can be done through use of new technology. Repairing and improving water distribution facilities. About 70% of water supply of the country's available water of 160 billion cubic meters per year is wasted or lost due to leaking pipes or faulty irrigation canals. In 2007, Manila reported 1,500 million liters of non-revenue water per day, which is even higher than the expected water production of Kaliwa Dam. Build a weir instead of a dam. The Japan-based Global Utility Development Corporation has proposed to build a 6-meter weir instead of the 60-meter Kaliwa Dam. Weirs are highly sustainable and are less invasive to natural landscape and can produce 550 million per day of water, not far behind the 600 million per day from the Kaliwa Dam. And finally, better policy making and governance. Strictly implementing existing environmental and water conservation policies will limit the risk of water shortage.